And when we go as missionaries, which we all are, as the children of God, when we go out, we will be teaching families. So, dili ta makaingon nga, ay, di na ko magtuon, ana, pang family raman daw din na. Nagmagtuon, ana, kaya wala ko ang family. Okay, ko lang yun no. But we want to go, if we want to be missionaries, we want to be restorers in these end times, kabalota po, sa ang work sa restoration in the family. So we can share with others mo maybe mas relevant sa ilaha. And nature, recreation, and fellowship, it's not, usually, dili siya gina-consider kaayo as primary na need sa mga families. No, kaya naman, sa mga itong ginunahuna, pag magninyo gani, pag mag-put up of family, kasi na ang first nga thought, makabuhi na baka, makabuhi ka at may trabaho. No? Which is also very important. So, pero ang ang question always, makabuhi na baka sa imong asawa, makapa-eskwela baka sa imong anak, makaprovide baka pagkaon. Di ba muna na siya, usually pag ma-fill up na ma-consider na siyang mga things, wala kay kagasto, parang, sige, pwede na. Kapag kabalo ka maluto, pag lamig na gani ang luto, pwede na mag-minyo. May pagsigaw kang luto, ay amin. No? Eh, minyo naman. So, other things, dili kayo siya ma-consider. Like, fellowship. Are you, for those who are preparing for marriage, are you mature enough to recognize the need for fellowship? Basi, nag-minyo ka, thinking na ay stable na ka, kaya daghan na kag-income. Pero, wala man po kayo desires in heart to spend actual time with your family. Dili ka na imuhang mindset. Or maybe, wala po sa imuhang heart na, kailangan di I learn about nature, kaya ako ma-share sa ako. So, but in God's design for the family, which we are learning and relearning and reviewing there sa tuwang camp meeting, nature plays a very big part. Fellowship plays a big part. Kaya naman, unsa ang sa reasons why God created man? Nga naman na naghimo ang Ginoo tao. Kaya naman siya mga why did He have to create man? Especially given he can see sa future, nakita niya nga makasala ka ng mga tao. Magbadlong man sila in the future. But why did He create man? Diba? And one of the reasons, there are several, for the glorifying of God, mga natin makita sa Isaiah, diba? We have a purpose, kung ano i-create sa Ginoo, but one of those reasons is fellowship. So God wants our fellowship. So kining din fellowship na topic, it's important. We understand what's in fellowship. We want to have fellowship with God. Recreation. Ano kinahanglan man? Nature. Ano kinahanglan man ito kung maghisgot ang pamilya? Why is it important? No, so if we want to understand, okay, actually balik-balik naman siya, no? We can go to the book of education, chapter 10. So, nakabutang niya, God in nature. So, in a book about education, there is a chapter, I think, there is a chapter, or several chapters about sa nature. Okay, nga naman na important as people of the last days, nga important naman na mag-spend ng time in nature. Is there anybody here nga sige. Ang important pa man, hindi na lang magtuon timeline, eschatology, prophecy. Hindi naman ito buko atong time. Ang mga bata, kailangan pa man, especially the children, or even as adults, kinahanglan pa man kung magtuon about nature. In the last days, ba ito ang necessary na study? Ha? Ba? O ba na siya itong napatunan karoon ng mga panahon, nakita na makagubot sa kalibutan, all of the signs fulfilling. Ano mag-spend matal time studying sa mga dahon o sa mga punuan o sa mga wati? Why? Because iba yan sa Hosea, I believe, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Knowledge of what? Knowledge of. Some people, they think it stops there. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So, ako nang pesikwela ng bata. And the child, even as kita as adults, we accumulate so much knowledge. Kabalo mo lang, isa lang ka-scroll sa obas, ato ang best friend is si Google. Any question? Pangtana kaya ako lang i-Google. I can have an answer for you in a few minutes max. Naman, there is so much knowledge in the world. AI karon, grabe ang pag-aggregate sa knowledge. But is that the knowledge we need? Is that the knowledge that will keep us from destruction? Dili, di ba? No, it's not. Kung saan ang knowledge itong kinahanglan? We need to know God. Ano ang Ginoo? Ano ang spirit of prophecy? The work that will be done in the last days is so much simpler kaysa sa nasa mind sa tao. Ang grabe ang kailangan na ito. We need to have more organization. We need to have more of these mga mga plans. But the working of the Lord is very much contrary. We will be surprised at how simple ang iyahang gusto. Because what the Lord really wants for us, especially in these last days, is the development of the character of Jesus in our lives. Ma-develop, ma-mature, for us to come to the full stature of Jesus Christ. At asa na ito na siya kuhaon? Na mahimutang yung anak. Maabot na ito siya ma-stature. Can we learn it in books? Yes, partly. Can we learn it by experience? Yes, partly. But what steps to Christ tells us, how do we know God? Kung sa itong pagkaila sa Ginoon, how can we share that knowledge with the next generation? Kung sa manang ways para atong mailang ng Ginoo? Kasi if we want to be like Him, we have to know who He is. And how do we know God? Is it by perfect attendance sa church? Yes, also. Partly. But it's not everything. Not everything we need to learn, we learn here. Some of the things, ginagawa sa steps to Christ, nature and revelation alike, testify of God's love. So in what ways can we know God? First is nature. Second, revelation, which is the Bible. Third, we learn from experiences. Fourth, we can learn from impressions of the Holy Spirit. Fifth, we can also learn from counsel, from the experience of other people. But first, is nature. We learn who God is through His created work. And it's easy to take it for granted. Inaram mo na always ang nature. And we feel like slow kayong learning pag sa nature ka pag-study. Kinilayin doon ang for this day. Magkakaw lang kadira. Do you know people who are bird watchers? Na may inaylayan na ang ilang yung hobby in life kay tanaw mga birds. O maingon nga, nindot kaya ang bird, kay red iyahang breast. Nindot kaya ang bird, kay blue iyahang tuko. Do you know people like that? Grabe, they spend 2 hours na magtanaw sa tuko. Sa tuko sa langgam. Okay, so, hours, no? So we feel like, usahay, kaya nang ta, tayo ka sa na, beat. So mo di ay. Okay, so we feel sometimes that it's a waste of time. Kaya mahinay man. Kaya kung basa mo na sa encyclopedia about ka na siya specific na bird, daghan ko ma-learn. Kung ano ko sa Google, sa internet, kung saan na siya mga base sa mga langgam na, daghan ko ma-learn. Pero kung mag-observe ko sa nature, mag-spend mo hours, ganda ang mga bata ang activity no nga. Ngayon ako sa list of things to find in nature. So na dito na ay butterfly, mangitag butterfly, mangitag caterpillar. You know, it takes takes a lot of time. Dugay kinakita sa caterpillar. Oh. Sa mga, kung gusto ka mag-study about birds, dugay ka maglingkod dito, kaya kung yung ka, di mo po na kung walang bird. Oh. So it takes so much time. Hindi ako sarap na ma-learn. Ana, when it comes to literal na knowledge lang, information lang, kamay ka ayo. Oh, wala kayo kakabalo kung masaya ang full diet. Ta naman, nakakaon siya, ginagmay. It takes so much time. But maybe that is what God is wanting to teach us as well. Maybe gusto sa Ginoo na, slow down. Life is not meant to be super fast. There was a time, na-share ni Brother Tono na God has blessed us with responsibilities. God has blessed us with an opportunity to share His love with 2 boys. And sa ilaha, although we feel na, maayon ko mag-homeschool ka, but since dili fix ang arrangement with their legal guardians, so we cannot make those decisions. But so what we try to do is mag-incorporate as much nature as possible. So we try to teach them about birds, about trees, and to spend time in nature. There was one morning, a particularly busy morning. Mga mothers and fathers, especially if my work, karelate yun na, usahay pagbuntag, busy kayo. Kaya yung mga bata, langayan sila. Langayan sila, slow lang sila mag-work. Slow lang sila mag-move. Usahay, dali, padali. Malate na, malate. There was one morning, nagkaroon sila sa gawas. Kaya sa labas, pero may kaya masigo ang sulod. Sa gawas sila. At sa gawas, na ako sa sulod, wala ko nag-join sa breakfast. And then, one of the boys said, Tita, tingnan mo may ibon. I was so busy good mga kaigsuunan. Ano to siya, kabisihan ako sa'yo sa buntagon. Pero, I really did not want to go out. Tingnan mo may ibon. So, ibon no? But in that moment, I had a mini debate sa akong heart. Sa akong heart, pag busy kayo ko, sa'yo lagi pahingon nga, mamaya na yan. Bilisan mo ng kilos niyo, malilate na kayo. May ginagawa ako, busy ako. Sa'yo lagi pa rin sukat. I can say it. But in my heart, there was like a debate na what, this is a moment na I can either foster a love for nature or encourage them na ayaw mapaminawa ng kailangan na mabuta. It's either I encourage in them na bitaw nindot, they would love nature, or ayaw na ako nang eskwela lang. So, what I did in those few minutes, or Lord, what I do? So, because ko, and you know, nga ko lang naingon, busy man ako ko, nasaan? Oh, just one word. I just said, nasaan? Tapos sila, ayun po dito, ang laki. O nga no, how long did it take me? To say it, o nga no, ang laki. Tapos lumipad na yung iba, malis na siya. How long did it take me? Not even 1 full minute. But I feel na kung instead of that, ang imo na ko kay madali na lang diha. Bisa mo na lang kilos mo, what would they have felt about God's creation? What would they have felt? Would they have felt that it's important? Would they have understood that God also wants them to look at the birds and the trees and the butterflies? Maybe next time, may pa kaya sila. May pa kaya sila na, Tita, there's a beautiful tree. Tita, there's a beautiful flower. Or may na lang sila, ay, busy mati, Tita. Hindi natin siya istorbohan. So, we try. No? In all of our, sa kinatanan kita, I know we try. But it's also always the little things. Ngayon ana. So now, because we try to encourage them na whatever little time we have, we spend also in nature. So miski magbiyahe we always point out, especially pag ako studies, last quarter trees, we always point out mga uncommon trees like mga pine trees, madili kayo common sa Philippines. Yeah. So, they always make it a point na itudlo nila. And for me, it doesn't take much para encourage yung mga kabataan. So, usually, kita as people who study the Word, we understand na nature is important. Ato mo mabasa permi, di ba? Proverbs, go to the act, thou shalt guard. Psalms, the heavens declare the glory of God. Daghan kayong mga verses in the Bible that point us to nature. No? So we understand in our mind. I believe na kung may ko kini akong gina-share karon, wala yung kontra. End of view. I believe because we all understand na nature is important. Sa ato ang dili lang para sa mga bata but for adults as well. But at the same time, how intentional are we to bring that knowledge into the lives of our family, to our family life? No? Sa ato ang kaugalingon, how intentional are we? Or is it something that we can just always postpone? Next time na lang. This is a channel for us to learn who God is. Kinsa ang Ginoo? Masa ang Ginoo? Masa iyahang character? In this, when we read the Bible, makita nato na makaingon man is no broad big deal man kayo sa mga writers sa Bible kung nakita siya bilang na look at the sparrows, they either wala sa nagtanong or sa nag-harvest that God provides for them. So not a big deal na may anang mabutang. Because they see so much beauty. Their hearts are so open to understanding what is the grace of God, what is the beauty of God. When you think about God, mga kaigsunan, pag ginagawa ninyo, pag nag-mention of Ginoo sa inyo, what is the first thing na nato? What do we feel when we think about God? Do we feel or see grace and beauty and holiness? Ato ba na siyang ginabati? Or are those words lost already? Kay sentimental na kayo. But that is who God is, you know? That is what we want to understand. Sa daghang mga, I personally believe sa ko ang gamay ra mga experience observing other people, I personally believe that there is something in our human nature na ibutang sa Ginoo that we need to be in a natural environment. Nga naman, kaya even the people na ginapili nila mo puyo sa city, gusto ba naman yung mga cycles ilang life? Always may burnout, di ba? And what do they do? Gusto na yung karoon na trend, especially after COVID. Daghan din sa mga bata ng karoon na nahilig o hiking, trail run, at yung mga bukid-bukid. Even mga, kilala bukid sila mga city boys and city girls na ganyan, pero now they really crave it. Because I believe, in my understanding lang po, it is in our nature as humans na we really feel more at ease, at home, more harmonious ang ato ang being kung naata sa nature. No? Connected, yes, but it's also more dili chaotic ang imong pagbati, dili gubot imong pagbati. So gusto ka mag-relax. Asa man sa atong gina-crave pag gusto ka mag-relax sa mga natural na mga scenes. Diba? Sa bukid, sapa, atong dagat. And then even the children, they have a natural na attraction sa mga animals, sa mga insects. Because I think it's also part of our nature. So, what can we do? No, to improve ang ato ang relationship within the family, ato ang relationship with God's creation, and speaking of fellowship, ako na-remember, no, we don't have a class for the children this afternoon. So usually, pag camp meeting, naami, ni Brother Todd, so for the past na camp meetings, kami ang nag-tudlo sa mga bata. So we do it morning and afternoon. But I personally believe the family should be together. Na ang atuang we provide, yes, opportunities for instruction sa mga bata as a church, but I personally believe the parents should know also kung ano ang tutudlo sa mga bata and how to conduct these classes for their own family. Maski wala tayong klase, Sabbath school teacher or camp meeting na teacher para sa mga bata, the parents will be able to hold their own court. No? So, it's fellowship. We want the family to be together. The Sabbath is a time for fellowship. Church is a time for family na magkauban. So, we want the family to be together. But not naman na, especially as the children grow up, they want other people. Lahi ilang gusto makatapan. They want to be together, mga bata. Mga bataan. And not with the family. I think over here na paganiha sa mga topics, no. Naging dito na the home should be the most attractive place para sa mga kabataan. Even for the adults. Like, growing up, ang dapat na isa sa mga goals as a family is the children will rather mas pilion nila na nasa balay kaysa sa gawas. Not because sa balay ay Wi-Fi, but because sa balay na ang mga magpapa. Na always nila pilion na if given a choice, mag-outing with friends or mag-outing with family. Na out of the love of their hearts, piliin nila ng family. Not because di sila nagpamasahe patungkol sa bigas, but because mo ang desires ng heart. They want to be with their family. So, muna ako ang goal as home heads, as parents, as part of the family, no, na we make home attractive. Dili tungod kay ginahatan na lang nilang gusto, but because they understand as well the joy that comes from the presence of Christ in the family. So, fellowship and nature. So, what do we do? Kung karon ba, hatagan na ito activity at matag pamilya na magawas in nature and do something as a family unit, will we be comfortable as parents? Kabalo ba sa tumong hatod sa gawas? Kung hatagan mo, kung inunta na every Sabbath afternoon, ang family, isang family unit matod sa nature and conduct your worship, your Sabbath worship. Kabalo ba sa tumong hatod? Or, will we be comfortable or awkward kay kita-kita ra? Awkward mag-discuss ng Bible. Pag wala ulay tao. Is this a reality also in your homes? Nga kapag kamura kay, lisod kayo hisgutan ang lisod kayo hisgutan ng Bible. Lisod kayo mag-mention of Ginoo. It's a reality in some homes. And what do we do? What do we do in nature that will connect the minds of the children, our own minds to God? So, one of the things that we can do as fellowship is, una, to just spend time together. Kung mag-set aside mo time as a family na once a month, let's say, once a month, mag-adto sa bukid, adto sa pa, adto sa dagat, adto sa somewhere, nga dili for work, but to spend time with the family. So, just being there, already a plus. Ang imuhang mind, pag ato dito, dili mag kanya-kanya activities, but to spend time together. Be together as a family, get to know each other. Sa mga hilig, sa mga gusto, dili gusto, Just spend time. So that's one. No, sa'yo lang na, I believe, sa'yo lang na siya. Another thing is to share with one another mga object lessons from the Bible. So when you see birds, sa mga object lessons, kung makita tagtunungan sa object lessons, ma-learn. What's naman ang object lessons? Object lessons are things that we can learn from objects. For example, sa isang punuan, mga object lessons na ma-learn sa tree. Sa isang punuan, ingat sila, the sweetest fruits are those that are most exposed to the sun. Pinuwan dili. Sa mga agriculture, padre, nagkatanong. Sa isang mapunuan, ang pinakatamis na mga bunga katong very exposed sa sun. So that's a real life fact about sa mga trees. Kung sa atong lesson ako, anak, ang atong character will be sweet the more exposure we have from the sun of our life, which is Jesus. So sweeter ang atong temperament kung kauban na to, exposed na kay Jesus. Kung dili gani sweet ang temperament, it means walang exposure to the sun. Other object lessons na itong ma-learn from trees, ang best fertilizer daw para sa punuan is ang mga dahon kayang gished. So katong gished na niya ng mga dahon, mo to ang partly fertilizer para sa iya ha. So I once asked mga bata, so sa itong ma-learn, sila na, dili tayo tirogin ni mama, dapat malilihig sa buntag. Fertilizer man din na. But no. Asa ang lesson na ma-learn, diha? That even if katong mga things that we let go sa tuang life, we let go, and then it becomes nourishment when we let go. Itong mga mistakes, mga dili na kayo nindot na parts of us, it can become strength. Mga past na experiences, it can become strength of fertilizer for a better na growth. Kung taken well. So also pa other object lessons, kamo mag-share. What else can we learn? Just by sa mga trees. Roots. Kailangan maging grounded. Kailangan natin of roots na kapit sa yuta. So, the same for us, if we want to grow tall and strong, we need to have a deep and very intimate relationship with the Lord. So, that is also a lesson na itong ma-learn from nature. Okay? So, other things, so those are some of the things you can do as a family. Kung atong sa nature, you don't know what to do, you can talk about object lessons. So, yung ma-learn bigan sa mga ants. So, yung ma-learn bigan sa ants. Tigom silang food, di ba? Tigom silang food for the rainy season. Also, gamay sila, pero they're very strong. Ants are some of the strongest animals on earth. So, very strong sila. So, kita po di ay bisan gamay na ta, we can be strong. No? God can give us that strength. Then, what else? They always follow ilang leader. Yeah. So, kita po, mag-learn to obedience. So, there are things we learn from nature. So, that's one of the things you can do, object lessons. And then, some of the other object lessons, naka-share din sa inyo rainbow colors, the meaning of colors. So, you can share this. Pag katong sa gawas, you don't know what you can learn from dahon. It can be the meaning of the colors of the rainbow. So like red, what does red symbolize? Blood. And also meaning blood sacrifice. So kay red man siya, it can mean blood. It points us to the sacrifice of Jesus, the blood that was shed for us, for our sins. So kung ano red na flower, we can remind each other about Jesus, sa iyang sacrifice. Orange. Masama na siya ang ma-learn from the color orange. So orange is the color of fire. So, in the Bible, fire is sometimes as judgment. Ikan sa Ginoo. So, it is a combination of red and yellow. Diba? So, it can point to judgment. It can also point to still the combination of the sacrifice sa Ginoo. And then yellow, which is kasi sa sanctuary, ang gold. What does it mean? Ang gold sa sanctuary? Yes, but more specifically, it's the divinity of Christ. So, ayahang pagka-divine, pagka-Diyos sa Ginoo. So, di ba makita nato ang mga furniture sa sanctuary kay kahoy and then plated with gold. So, it is the humanity of Christ covered sa divinity. So, divinity kay, sa outer court, ingon ato, more plated with brass, but inside, sa holy place, sa most holy place, mostly ang mga furniture dito is pure gold. So it's divinity sa Jesus Christ. Okay, so yellow and red, divinity of Christ combined with His sacrifice gives Him authority to judge. So judgment, ang orange. Okay, and then green. Unsa man itong ma-learn from the color green? So, green is associated with faith. Faith, healing, or health, strength, and hope. So, makita taog, mga green ng dahon, it can point us to faith. Okay? And then, blue. Kung saan man ito ang learn from blue? Kung saan man ang pasabot sa blue in the sanctuary, in the Bible? God's law or obedience, yes. So, ingon sila, I had a friend who once told me that blue is one, besides the sky blue is one of the rarest colors in nature. Like, there are very few truly blue fruits or flowers. So usually, pag makita ka, like for example, blueberry na ginagawa nila, it's medyo violet. So even sa mga flowers, pag tutukan mo, actually purple siya. So very, very rare as a color in nature. Pero God compensated. Kaya pag hamad di mo, blue na po kayo ang sky. So, it reminds us about obedience and the law. Okay, and then purple, it means, unsa man? Royalty. So, royalty, ang purple. So, it is a secondary color made by combining red and blue. So, red is sacrifice, then blue is obedience. So, combined, it is the color of royalty. So, kita, if we accept the sacrifice of Jesus para sa tuwa, and then we obey Him, we are accounted as children of the King. So, it is the work of grace and obedience together. No, ang ato ang pagkaanak sa Ginoo is, dili lang siya obedience lang, dili po siya nilang grace lang. But it is the co-working together sa grace and obedience. No? So, those things we can learn. So, when we go outside, makita natin na siya ng mga butang in nature. It can remind us about truths in the Bible. Pambata ba na siya? Pambata ba na mga lesson? Divinity of Christ, royalty, sacrifice. Well, I believe that sometimes these are difficult concepts for a child to understand, but that is why God gave us the illustrations. No? Para natin way to convey sa ilaha or to do sa ilaha ng mga butang that can be difficult. What else? Ato ang white. What is white? What's ang meaning sa white? Purity. Sa Bible, no, it is always associated with purity, and it is associated sa character, especially sa character sa Ginoon. We want our robes to be white as well. So, anytime that we are out in nature, let us take time. Take time to appreciate mga simple things. And, kayo tao, sorry, simple or kaayo na? Simple man kaayo. But maybe that's how God wants to teach us. No? Nga simple lang bidayang, di na to i-complicate ato ang life. Kay simple lang ang iyang gusto. He just wants our eyes to be open to the beauty of His law. And everything that we need to learn, I will point you to the book Education, chapters 10, 11, and 12. Okay. The book of Education, chapters 10, 11, and 12. So I will read a few passages. Ikan din him. Upon all created things is seen the impress of a deity. Nature testifies of God. The susceptible mind, brought in contact with the miracle and mystery of the universe, cannot but recognize the working of infinite power. And then further it says, the same power that upholds nature is working also in man. So kung sa to ang power na kita na to, ginabuhat sa Ginoo, even the falling of the water cycle. The water cycle, nga, ulan, ang tubig di makurot, di ba? Nanganta nga, ang tubig, muulan na sa lupa, balik ng siya evaporate. So, narang na always ang tubig at tuyong lang. Okay? So, even ang power na nag-uphold na, when we understand ng piyawa sa Ginoo, we can also say, what can God not do for me? Sa iyahang kapag-powerful, gusto man lang yung dili kayo bawal para sa kuha. So, I will ask, when I need Him, I will ask for His help. O sa mga panahon that I feel like I don't need Him, I will all the more seek His presence. Okay, it is only by Him nga ako nabuhi. So, to, chapters 10, 11, and 12 sa Book of Education. And then, especially in this time, magayon ta na si Satan in these last days, kung sa ayahang primary na gina-attack? Ha? The family and the Sabbath, di ba? So, muna itong always sa ito sa mga churches, but Satan is attacking families, the family, a marriage especially, and Sabbath. And we always react kung makadungog taog news na divorce bill in the Philippines, i-approve na ang same-sex marriage. We always feel na these are, hindi siya ang proof na Satan is attacking the family or the marriage institution the last days. But you know, dili kayo worried about it, ano siyang mga attacks sa Satan, because it's in the open. Makita nato. But, what about the silent and more subtle attacks in our families? What about Satan driving families apart? Na nagkuyog mo sa isang kabalay, but you don't really know each other. Na nagkuyog mo sa isang kapanimalay, but the hearts of the children are not with their parents. The hearts ng kinikangan, wala po nakasabot sa ilang mga anak. Now, this is also an attack ni Satan. He wants the family to be separate. So that is why daghan kayo o kabisihan. No? So, gi-share ni Pastor Levy, I think gabi na date night, but they have their own worlds. Wala again ang istorya. So, but in an age of hyper-fast connection, we feel so alone sometimes. No? Wala na to, nabati ang connection na dapat present in the family. Ang tawag sa Steps to Christ, hapon, balikan ako. Sorry, did not recall exact words, but through nature and revelation and the deepest, tenderest ties that human hearts can know, God is seeking to reveal Himself. So, dato makigsunan, ato hugong panitaon sa Steps to Christ. The tenderest ties. Ano sa yung tenderest ties? The tenderest ties. Sorry. The deepest and tenderest ties. These are the relationships in the family.
10.
Page 10.
Paragraph 3.
Okay. Steps to Christ. Pakibasa, please. Pakibasa.
10 paragraph 3.
Itong passage na to, please.
God has bound our hearts to Him by unnumbered tokens in heaven and in earth, through the things of nature and the deepest and tenderest earthly ties that human hearts can know. He has sought to reveal Himself to us.
Yes.
Yet these but imperfectly represent His love. Though all these evidences have been given, the enemy of good blinded the minds of men, so that they look upon God with fear. They thought of Him as severe and unforgiving. Satan led men to conceive of God as a being whose chief attribute is stern justice, one who is a severe judge, a harsh, exacting creditor. He pictured the Creator as a being who is watching with jealous eye to discern the errors and mistakes of men, that they may visit judgments upon them. It was to remove this dark shadow by revealing to the world the infinite love of God that Jesus came to live among men.
Okay, so in that paragraph, there are three things. Three ways that God reveals Himself, His character. Unsa man ng mga things. Number one is things of nature. Number two, the deepest and tenderest earthly ties that human hearts can know. This refers to the family tie. Ato ang fellowship, ang relationship sa wife and husband, ang relationship sa mother and children, ang relationship sa father sa ating mga anak, the relationship of the family. So this is a way that God is seeking to reveal Himself sa tua. And then the third and the more perfect na way is through the life of Jesus Christ. So muna siya ang three things. Which brings to my mind, just allow me this. Usually, I think I mentioned to kanina na it is, when you think about the family tie, ang usual is ang mother and child. Like there is so much emphasis on the relationship of the mother to her children. And it's also emphasized in the spirit of prophecy. But we just want to point out, asa ang place sa father. Sa inyong family, ma-observe na to sa family sa uban, ang mga bata usually, asaman sila ang ilang love ito sa mother, no? And actually glorified po kayo sa world mother's love, but we also need to give emphasis, equal na emphasis sa presence sa father in the family. Dako kaayo og impact sa kinabuhi sa mga kabataan that their father is present. Dili lang material na provisions, but also emotionally present for their children. So, God is represented as our Father. So, ang fathers in the home, they stand as a representative of Christ in the family. So, kinahanglan mabati sa mga kabataan, and everybody in the home, na the authority and affection of the Father. So, we are talking about fellowship. We talk about the fellowship of the family. So, strive atong paningkamutan ng kaigsuonan in our homes. We will have, our homes will be a reflection of the fellowship of God, the Father and God the Son, united. And then, there's a verse sa Matthew, kanang ginatawag nila the Lord's model prayer. So may nung dito, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So sa ang message on the prayer, ang Ginoo ang imong kabutol matuman diri sa yuta sama nga ginatuman sa langit. How is God's will obeyed in heaven? How is God's will fulfilled in heaven? it is with delight. The angels delight to do God's will. So there is ayuta the seek nga ang kabubutan sa Ginoo ma-fulfill also with delight. Dili bugat sa kasing-kasing. And the same is true in the family na God's will, ang will usab sa mga ginikanan, the authority is respected with delight in the home. So, what can we do para ma-improve ang fellowship? If do parents here want to share? What are the things we can do para ma-improve na ito ang atong fellowship inside our family? Suggestions? Communication. Okay. So, communication. Kailangan open, no, ang communication lines. So, ma-close mo ang communication lines. Ha? Yung mga mama o mga papa, close ang communication kaya mga bata, sige rin cellphone. Ayun pala mga bata na, alam ka, kung gusto rin kay mama, kaya masuko man siya. Galit siya eh. Kung pag nag-open up ako ng topic eh. So, sa friend lang ako mag-open. But also the parents feel their children are not listening to them. No? So, at some point in the relationship sa family, there needs to be a lot of humility. We come to a point na the parents understand they have weaknesses and the children are also willing to understand. Ano sila weakness. And the family has to cooperate in order na mabuhat ang mabuton sa Ginoo. And you know what is always talked about these days? Sa mga trauma. I always hear it. Trauma. Na sa bata pa daw, mas hindi good abuse. But tungod kay hindi nila mastorya ng parents, they grow up with a trauma na absent in ang parents. And then, all their life choices are na-based dito. And then, there's always the, especially sa mga Gen Z, I think, kanang gina-heal ang inner child. Have you heard that? So, yung mga kabadaunan, have you heard? Kanang healing my inner child. Okay, things that they don't experience when they are children, they look for it when they grow up. So, I believe that in a happy home, when the parents give their best para mahimo nga masunod ang design sa Ginoo in the family, it produces always happy children and happy adults. Dili, daghan kay requirements ang Ginoo sa spirit of prophecy and how to be a good parent. Uban gani din na gusto magkaanak kay na-overwhelmed na-overwhelmed sa responsibilidad. But the work of parenting is a work of faith. Na you understand you don't do it on your own. You understand you will make some mistakes. Encouragement to the parents. You will make some mistakes. Here and there, every now and then, maybe. But it is a work of faith. You do your best by the grace of God, and God will supply kung sa manang nakulang. So, as long as there is faith, intention, and good effort, that is always the key to success. God's grace, the power of God, the effort of man. Those two combined will bring true success to any endeavor. So, to close, I want to encourage families, whatever shape and form. Maybe you are a traditional looking family. Maybe you have adult children in your home. Maybe extended ang family, na ang lolo, na ang lola, ang mga tito-tita. The home can be a little heaven. And that is God's idea. It is not wrong. It is not wrong. Ang atong handungon, we make it a goal in our life. Taasan na ito ang standard sa family. Let's work towards a family that is truly, truly happy. Truly truly, truly reflecting the happiness of heaven. Truly a heaven on earth. And how can we do that? Ang abutang atong i-discuss around this are just some of the ways. Have more exposure to Jesus. Have more exposure to His creation. Have more time for one another. Fellowship. And then atong recreation, instead na spend na to outside, ay sa mga malls or sa mga restaurants, mag-bonding. If we can, let us go instead sa natural sceneries. And I just like to go back sa, as a closing thought, nga final attacks ni Satan in his last days, yes, it's on the Sabbath, yes, it's on the family. And you know what? The Sabbath is a memorial of creation. Among all the weekdays in the week, it should be a time that we should be most in tune with nature. So, atong panikamutan na ang atong Sabbath, dili lang spent in the Bible, but let us also spend time in nature. Okay? It is the memorial of God's creation. It is the time for family. Okay, ang Sabbath nila Adam and Eve sa una, before sin, they spent it with the Lord. So, kita po doon on the Sabbath day, let us endeavor whatever changes we need to make sa ating personal life and even in our church life, our family life. The Sabbath should be a time for family. It should be a time for nature. Dili lang Bible, dili lang written word. And maybe, not maybe, I'm certain, when we do that, we will see more life breathed into our church life. So, this is all I have to share for this afternoon. I pray that the Lord speaks to our hearts and we grasp something of His will para sa po ang mga pamilya. And I truly, truly pray na we don't have to wait long to experience heaven on earth. So, daghang salamat and good afternoon.
Daghang salamat, Sister Gladys. Ito ang topic karon dahil sa nature, recreation, and fellowship. No, din kay ang tao doon na may Tagalog reasoning sa Ginoo. But ang nature, part din sa nature. Pero ang nature nga naawala stain sa sin, wala mag-change siya hantod karon. So, yan lang nga mutan-out in nature as what implies natural, no? So,